Hey, what's up everybody, and welcome to another edition of the Soda Jerk. As always, I'm your host, Jimbo. Today we're going to be looking at a Birch beer. I have not really had many Birch beers in my life. It's something that I've, I guess, kind of rediscovered recently. I had one when I went out for pizza with a friend of mine and just kind of, just reestablished, like, wow, this is actually really good. For any of you who've had Birch beer out there, you'll know that it's kind of similar to root beer, I guess, but there is a slight distinctions between the flavors. There's something that makes them slightly different. Today we're going to be looking at a brand called Boylan's, B-O-Y-L-A-N-S. They're based out of New Jersey. Right here on the bottle it says that their family runs since 1891. Catchy phrase. As to how big or how small of a outfit they are, I'm not really sure. I don't really get that they are a large outfit. It doesn't look like that they are owned by one of the bigger companies. It says that they're bottled under the authority of the Boylan Bottling Company. I don't see Coke or Pepsi or anything on here, so it looks like they're the real deal. Right here on the front of the bottle it says that it's made Philly style. I did a little bit of homework on this, and apparently one of the things that's unique to Philly is what they call a Red Bull, which is not the very popular caffeinated, highly sugared drink. It's actually a little bit different. It's an old soda fountain recipe where you take a Birch beer and you mix it with vanilla ice cream, kind of like an ice cream float, or like a Coke float or root beer float, but they call it a Red Bull. When you mix root beer with chocolate ice cream, they call it a Black Cow, for example. I've never had one of those, but maybe I'll try it one time. But anyways, Birch beer, what separates it from root beer is instead of coming from the vanilla root extract and things like that, and sassafras, the origins of sarsaparilla and root beer. This actually comes from birch, the birch tree, the sap of the birch tree that they extract. And apparently the color of the birch beer is supposed to be dependent upon the color of the actual tree. The most common tree that they harvest for this kind of thing is the black birch tree, which is kind of strange because if you look at this bottle, it's kind of a reddish color. Excuse me. Kind of reminds me of Dr. Pepper. Just a little bit, kind of a deep, dark, kind of wine-colored red. But I've never had this brand before. I've honestly never had a bottle of this before, so what you're about to see is my genuine first impression. So what do you say we crack this sucker open and see what's what? Cheers. Wow, that's very different from root beer. It's got a subtle taste that rolls across the palate like a smooth, almost vanilla-y, but not quite, hint in there. It's just very, very subtle and mellow. Yeah, that's pretty good. That's like, it's got a little bit of vanilla in there, but it's sweeter than a root beer. It's at least than your average root beer. It really tastes like a mellowed out root beer, like a more relaxed one with a little bit less punch to it. But I like it. That's really good. I'm definitely going to get some more of these, of Boylan's Creamy Red Birch Beer. But let me take one more of that. Oh yeah, that's really good actually. You see a little red foam accumulating at the top there. But that's cool, man. If you guys like, any of you root beer aficionados out there that like this stuff the way I do, if you like root beer, I think you'll like this. It's a bit off the beaten path, but it's kind of a refreshing break from just straight root beer. So anyways, I want to go ahead and thank everyone so much for watching. Hope you found this video informative and maybe a little bit entertaining. I hope to crank out more of these as I have time, but as always guys, cheers.